Adoption gave me a mom, but that didn't mean I felt mothered. Welcome to the Adoptology. Today we have my mom with us. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
Welcome back, y'all. This episode is about intention versus impact. What you meant, but not how it was received. It's about how you can establish a deeper connection and understanding your adoptee, and for adoptees to understand their adopted parent. Mom, do you have anything you want to say before we get in?
I think this is great. I can't wait to dive into this and talk about, probably some real life struggles for us. I think this is going to be good. I'm excited.
You excited? All right,
Yeah,
let's get
I'm very
into it.
excited. I'm very excited. I think so. I think this topic can not only apply to adoptive children, but I think it can apply to any children at all.
Yeah, any situation, any
Any
relationship.
situation, any relationship. Yeah, totally. Totally agree.
All right, with that being said, let's get into it, Mom. These questions are for you.
Okay.
When we adopted, who did you think I needed you to be?
Yeah, I think early on in the adoption, I thought that you needed me to be this like mom that loved you and was so caring and just, I don't know, basically like a TV mom, like one of those old 50s TVs mom is what I thought that you needed to me to be, just like this rock and pillar and mom that loves you. And then it's all going to be perfect.
Wait, so you're not that mom?
Oh, you tell me. Be nice now.
You be nice. Okay, next one. Were you trying to save me emotionally or just keep me from breaking?
That's a great question. Was I trying to save you emotionally or keep you from breaking? I would have to say both, right? I think both. I didn't realize until before you even came home while you were in Haiti. When I first met you and saw you, I thought, man, this kid is just amazing and perfect and he's so awesome and he's so energetic and pasteur comique in how you led the orphanage. But it wasn't after we were, a year and a half in, when we started spending more time together, I realized, oh wow, there's some brokenness there. Oh wow, there's some emotional needs. So it took me a while to see that. It took me a while, I guess, for my eyes to be open or just to accept it. But so yeah, I think it's kind of both, right? I feel like we were trying to save you emotionally. We wanted you to have this great life and grow up to be good. But then on the other side too, I also realized after we got deep in that there's some brokenness there, right? And I didn't even grasp that even more until after we got home, and even you being home a couple of years was like, whoa, there's stuff here that I didn't know that we need to unpack here. So I think the answer to that question is both.
Okay. Well, there you go, both. This
Okay.
last one in this segment is, what were you most afraid of getting wrong in those early years?
I think that I was most afraid of getting wrong in those early years was how we would gel as a family. Like, you get along with your siblings, or your siblings get along with you? How would this affect our family? How are we going to make this new change in our family work? And so I was just so worried about everything working together. Like, I was so worried about, were your sisters and your brother okay emotionally? Were you okay emotionally? I felt like I was really juggling everybody's emotions when not even realizing I probably had my own emotions, and so did your father. But I was so busy worried about all of you guys that I didn't always take the time to stop to think, well, what about my emotions or your dad's? So yeah, I feel like those early years I was so afraid of getting everything wrong. Was everybody okay? Were you okay? Were they okay? Was everybody okay? So that yeah, that's what I think.
Well, there you go.
All right, we're gonna move into the next section here, and this is where I'm gonna ask you some questions, Wilson.
All
What
right, there.
I actually needed. So here's my question to you is, what's something you wish I had understood early about your pain? And I want to say pain meaning like your past or your trauma or your history.
I think that would have to be that I didn't know I had all that PTSD and all that repressed trauma. I think I needed somebody else to know that because I didn't know. So that would
Okay.
be like, I think that's what my answer to that is.
Okay. All right. So were there things that I did with love that still made you feel unseen?
Mm, I don't know. Actually, I can't think of any at this very moment. There's probably something.
I'm sure there's something. Were there things that I did? Okay, let's rephrase it this. Were there things that I did that you knew it was with love, but maybe you wish I had done it a little differently?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely every relationship I ever had with a girl. I wish you went about it way differently. Your reaction was, ooh, oh my God. We're not even gonna touch about that.
Was there a time that you thought that I was helping you, but I was actually hurting you?
Let me see. Probably
Maybe
all
say
the
relationships
yelling.
again.
Probably all the no. Well, that too, but probably all the anger and the and misunderstanding from I mean, not comprehending things.
Oh, like when like you're talking about early on when you came to
Yeah.
America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a lot of stuff I didn't pick up faster.
Yeah, oh, that's true,
Yeah.
yeah, I think 'cause I thought that when you came here, I thought your vocabulary was a little bit bigger than it was. Remember, I thought that you could read, I
Mhm.
thought that you understood social cues and social awareness, and I didn't realize that you didn't quite have those things. So, yeah, I mean, I probably did fuss at you probably more than I should
Mm.
have, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just to kinda
Why did
that's
y'all?
because you were stubborn.
What? Me? Good. Now it's me. Now it's not now it's on me. You see how it is?
No, you're right, alright. You're alright. Okay, that's
All
good.
right, mom. This next segment is called the pressure to be okay. This one question is for you. The first one is for you. The first two. Did you ever feel pressure to prove you were a good adoptive mom, especially in public or at church?
Oh gosh, yeah. I think this is a huge reality for adopted families, adopted moms. You know, when people look at your family, they're like, "Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you adopted." And so there is a pressure um to, I don't know, look good on the outside, right? I think there is a pressure to make it look like we know what we're doing. We have it all together. We're not having any issues. We're not having any problems. And I think that adopted families and probably not adopted families, I think any family, I think we struggle with that. But yes, there is because people look at you and say, "Oh, wow, that's so amazing. Good job." And you're like, "Yeah, but it's hard as heck. Like, this isn't
Mhm.
easy. Like, this is so hard." Where you may look good out in public, but behind those closed doors, you don't see the kid melting down or the kid dealing with trauma or the kid, because you have to think about. I'll just talk about like for you, like you were living in an orphanage. And with, at that time, I think we had like at least 50, 60 something kids. So you're being taken from that to live in a home that's different and quiet. And so it's a whole different atmosphere. And so juggling all that and wanting to look good and wanting to be a good family that, oh, look at your family. You're so sweet. You saved an orphan. Oh, good job. But like it's so hard and you want to look like yes, of course, you want to make it look like it's easier than it really is, but it's not easy. Like it is hard. And I think it'd be good for parents, adoptive parents and just parents in general, just to finally have a safe space to say this is hard. Good parenting is hard. I mean, we are struggling. This is hard. And so just finally to let those walls down and just say this is what I'm struggling with. What can we do? How can we help each other and support each other? So yeah, I think there is a pressure to look good, right? We live in the Instagram society, the Facebook, and all those things that where you want to post pretty pictures of your family together, but you could have had a meltdown 5 minutes before the picture was taken.
Mm,
So yeah, I think with our social media society and church, especially church, right? Church,
yeah.
you're supposed to come to church to find Jesus, but and look good. But we get to church and you have to put on this mask like everything is great, and it's not. It's not always great. It's hard. So yeah, that's a great question. But yeah, of course, I felt pressure. I felt pressure to prove that I was a good adoptive mom and I knew what I was doing and things were going well. But in reality, it's hard. And I just think that we need to be more open as parents and talk about the truth and the reality and the hardness of what it means. And seriously, I mean, good parenting is hard. Good parenting is not easy. Adopted kid or not adopted kid, good parenting is hard.
Good
That's what I'd write.
parenting.
If I could write a book, that's what my book would be. Good parenting is hard. Good
Good parent.
parenting is not for wusses. Good parenting is hard. You have to say no. You have to learn. It is hard. That's my book I would write.
I could tell that rent she just gave out was built up.
It,
Something
it
she just had to say.
yes, it kind of is.
Built up, mom.
Sure. Good parenting is hard.
I mean, you're not wrong. Good parenting is hard because that means you actually care and you have to try and do different things that the kid won't appreciate. So that is good parenting. Okay,
That's my book. Okay.
how did you deal with the moments when I shut you out emotionally?
Yeah, those moments are hard. It's very hard when you feel like your kid has shut you out, whether they have or not. If you feel it or that kid gives the impression, it's difficult, right? So kind of how you deal with it is it's very difficult for me, but sometimes you have to keep your mouth shut, even though I was not always good at that. Not
Mm,
always good at that. Yeah, I know. Go ahead
boy.
and comment. It's true. And lots of prayer, lots of patience, and just trying to always lean in, even when it's uncomfortable or even when you don't want to, just trying to always connect and lean in, even if you don't know what to say, just trying to, even if you can't say much, just like, hey, if you need anything, I'm here. I'm right here. Or let me know if you need, let me know if you need anything, or just want you to know I'm thinking about you. I mean, just trying to lean in. But yeah, it's hard. It hurts your feelings as a mom, right? As moms, we're supposed to be the nurturers, the protectors, we're the moms. And so when we feel shut out, It hurts. It hurts when you feel shut out because that we're not doing our job as the mom. Like we want to do our job. We want to do what's best. We want to love and nurture our child. And when we're not getting that in return, it makes you feel like you're not doing your job. It makes you feel bad. And you're like, oh, so it's hard. You can't give up. You have to be patient. You have to lean in. You have to keep trying. Have open communication, like dialogue, like is there ever we are we good? Because I've asked you a couple of times, are we good? Are we good? And you'll be like, yeah, we're good. We may just need some space or something, right? Like I just need a little bit of time, but I'll be good tomorrow. And I have to respect that. Like maybe tomorrow will be good, but not today. So that's true. That's
Oh,
true.
about time.
All right. So my question for you is in this section, did you ever pretend you were fine just to make me feel like I was doing a good job?
I don't think so. No, I think I was very outright with my emotions and how I was
Right.
feeling.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you answered this question, yes, I would be shocked because you never had a problem telling me how you feel, did you?
Yeah, I don't think I stuck. I don't think I struggled with that.
No, I don't think you struggle.
Boy, hey, I gotta keep it. But you've been
Oh
talking to
God,
me like you were 6'8" since I was in America, so I might as well match the energy. So,
you are a mess.
alright. Okay, this next segment is called Repair Over Perfection. This first two questions are for you, Mom. Are you ready?
Okay.
Alright, what's one way we've gotten better at repairing lately?
Would say for us, I think ever since we started the adoption process, I think we've gotten better and better about talking. Where and that grows with your age, right? So
Yeah.
now that you're older, those conversations can be deeper, they can be more emotional. So based off of your age, we try to always have open communication. So I think that's something that we've grown as you've grown in your age. And as I've matured too as well, right?
Okay, what's one apology that changed us, even if it came late?
That's a hard question. What's one apology that changes? I feel like, and I don't know, maybe you have a different answer than me, but I feel like that's something that we just constantly have to do all the time. Like we always just have to constantly have open communication and apologize, repair, move on, or express how we feel. I wouldn't say that there's one particular apology that sticks out in my head, but just this has to be common language for us. Like it has to be common language, like I'm sorry, that's okay, I love you, or I'm sorry. So I think it just needs to be common language. I think, like I said, I think that's another area that we've kind of grown with as you've grown up and been in America longer. We've gotten better at that. So again, open communication, right?
Yeah, open communication, listening.
All right. So my question for you in this section, Wilson, is what do you think I finally got right about loving you?
Not being all up in my business. That's what it is. To put it less bluntly, is to not trying to be control of everything that I do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Or how I do
No,
it.
yeah.
So I think that you backing us and just playing hands off was probably the best thing that could have shown
Yeah.
me
And
that
I
you cared.
And I think that talk about parenting, right? That
Mhm,
that same thing with your siblings as you get older. So there's a difference in well, you didn't come super late early in elementary, but there's a different hands-on in elementary school and middle school and even at the beginning of high school. And as you get
mhm,
older in high school, you have to kind of back off because
mhm.
you've got to I really changed a lot of that when y'all became like juniors and seniors, just really letting you have some freedom, letting you make mistakes and learn from them and grow because that's how you grow up into be an adult, right? I can't control you. I mean, obviously I can't control you in college, so I have to teach you and learn from that as you get older. So yeah, I had to work on that. That's not easy for me. Not easy.
But clearly I don't.
It is not easy, but
I know I'm
you
aware of
have
your
to grow up.
struggle. I'm
It's
aware.
really hard. It's really hard, but I have to let you guys. I have to let you grow up. So like one of the things that we did when you guys got older, I started making y'all book your own appointments in high school. Like,
Uh,
I would either attend the appointment with you and I would pay for the appointment. So, one of the things that I worked on as you guys got older, especially your junior and senior year in high school, I really started making you guys learn responsibility. Things like I would make y'all call and book your own appointments. Now, I would go with you, or, I would give you my credit card to book something if I need to pay for something. But I really wanted y'all to learn how to speak to adults. I wanted you to learn how to book your own appointments. I wanted you to learn responsibility because I knew I only had 2 years with you guys before you went to college, and I needed you to be able to learn how to speak to an adult. I need you to learn how to fight some of your own battles because I wasn't gonna be with you. So I began on purpose, which I wanted to control those things, but I couldn't. I needed y'all to learn how to do some of that stuff. So I wanted y'all to grow up and learn, and that was some of the best ways I kind of helped y'all learn and grow. So,
Well, there you go. There you go. Hands off, trying some new things,
well,
not
not
some
hands
dishing out
on
some
guide. I wouldn't say
responsibilities to your
hands
kids.
off, guiding with some protection. And the older you got, you lift up a little bit.
Y'all, yes, I guess the more they grow up, the more they grow in maturity, the hand will slowly
Yes.
be less close.
That's earned from you kids too. You're gonna act
Yeah.
like a fool, I'm going to treat you like a fool.
Here she goes. But thank you for your insight, mother. Okay, to
Thanks.
wrap up, here is this last segment is called Loving the Child You Have. Creedy, this is for you. Are you ready?
Yes, of course.
If you're mentoring a brand new adoptive mom today, what's one truth you tell her early?
I think one truth I would tell an adoptive mom early on is be patient. The connections, the relationships, the feel like the feelings of things, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't expect them to walk in your home and everything is perfect. If that does happen, great. Is a blessing. But more than not, it takes time. It takes time to build that relationship, that trust, that friendship, and parentship with the child. It doesn't happen overnight, right? It takes time, and it's a lot of patience and not giving up. And the other thing I would say is the key to that too is also consistency. You have to be consistent. If someone's wishy-washy and the child is not gonna understand their boundaries. They're not gonna understand what their expectations are. So it's got you consistent, persistent pursuing them with love and not giving up and being patient. Yeah. But kids need to know their boundaries. So I think it's important to communicate what those boundaries are. If the kid doesn't, how are they supposed to know? Like you had no idea what our family schedule was when you came home. You had no idea what we normally do or how we handle things. That's something that you had to learn, and we had to be patient as you learn and not expect you to learn it overnight, like how we handle things as a family. So yeah.
Yeah, I do think kids thrive better with boundaries and rules and guidelines to follow.
Mhm.
Kids are just naturally confused. So it's better to ease up that confusion before somebody else does.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's my question for you in this section. What's something about you that's still teaching me how to be a better mom?
I guess it's just my brunt personality,
Blunt?
my smooth, awesome personality,
Mm,
my very clear way of doing things, and
mm, mm.
the way I just speak, in general.
It keeps me humble too.
It keeps you humble, Creedy? Is that what it does? But I think it has to be with just me personally, how, forward I am with how I feel in my emotion. I don't really
Yeah,
like
I would say
maybe guessing.
of all my children, you are definitely more well, you and your brother both are pretty forward, but you're definitely very forward about your thoughts to me.
Yes, very much so. We keep it a butt, Creedy.
Mhm.
Gotta keep it
Mhm.
a butt. Okay, to wrap up here, audience, this is for you. Being loved doesn't always mean feeling understood, but healing starts when we start naming the gap and staying in the room anyway. That's when healing happened, and that's when love happened. Mom, do you have anything to say about that?
No, that's really good, right? I mean, it's not always understood, but healing starts. That's right. Healing starts when we name it, we understand it, we start working through it, we fill that gap. And I like that. Staying in the room anyway. That's really good. Oh, okay.
Okay, so for this Ask Christy segment, we have how do you show up for your adopted kid when they don't want you around emotionally, but you still know they need you?
That's a tough question, but I think how do you show up for your adopted kid when they don't want you around? You have to put your pride down. You have to
Mm,
humble yourself. You have to put your pride down. And then you have to realize that it's not about you and that it's about your kid and it's about what the kid wants and the kid needs. So maybe you have to say, I'm sorry. Maybe you have to humbly say something. But the key is to always show up, be consistent, and never give up.
mm,
So even if you feel like the kid doesn't love you or the kid doesn't want that, maybe that's not true. You have to keep showing up. Even if you get hurt, even if they hurt you emotionally, if they hurt you physically, if they hurt you mentally and emotionally, do everything that you can to show up. Do everything you can for the best interest of that child by putting your own feelings aside because that's what parenting is about too. It's not always about what I want or what I need. It's what's best for you as a kid and really what's best for the family as a whole as well. So sometimes it's humbling yourself for the benefit of your kid and your family as a whole. And it can't be about pride. You can't be too prideful to ask for help, too prideful to say, like, hey, I need help in this situation, or too prideful to make some very hard decisions that you don't want to make. Not having pride to work through things, to even come to you as a kid and say, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Let's see if we can. And I've done that to you before too. Like, I don't know how to handle this. I'm not sure what to do. So let's figure this out together. So it's about putting your pride down and getting the help that you need, or being honest about where you are, because you can't do anything or go forward until you're honest with where you are. You have to be
Mm.
honest where you are, or nothing changes, nothing moves forward until you take that honest reality.
You gotta take in that honest reality of you not knowing nothing. Okay? Be okay with
Okay.
that
Sure.
and be ready to learn. Have that growth mindset, y'all.
That's right. Growth mindset. That's important.
Growth mindset. Good. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, like every time, if you know somebody that needs to listen to this podcast or any other podcast that we have out there, please share them so you can help them. With that being said, goodbye. Mom, would you like to say goodbye?
Bye, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your continued support and grace as we navigate. It's not always easy for us. So thank you.
Thank you, y'all.